Thank you. So, hello everybody. My name is Dr. Ken Montgomery. I'm the executive director and co-founder of Design Tech at Oracle, and I'm here to talk to you about one of our offerings, the Innovation Certificate, that gives people the opportunity to learn design thinking online or in person. So, before we get into some of the specifics of that, I just want to ground this with some of our core beliefs. So, core belief number one, we believe the purpose of education is not to get better at school, it's to give young people the opportunity to make a difference in the world and transform themselves in the process. Core belief number two, we believe that the future belongs to the creative. And why do we believe that? We think the impact of artificial intelligence is going to really change the world and the skills that students need to have. So, artificial intelligence has moved us from the internet providing content. So, we used to be able to go to the internet, it would tell us things, information, you could watch some videos, to now the internet can provide skills through ChatGPT, Claude, and other forms of AI. So, the internet is not, it's not just telling us stuff, it's doing stuff. And so AI is making a lot of the most traditional educational goals obsolete. So if one of the primary goals of the current system is for students to do well on exams, for you know who's really well, who does a really great job on exams, ChatGPT. So you can see this is a list of tests that ChatGPT had already passed, and this list is just getting longer and longer. It does really well on AP tests, the bar exams, Stanford Medical School exams. So because of this impact of artificial intelligence, we really believe that students need to learn creativity and the skills from design thinking. And who else agrees with that? The employers agree with that. So the employers have identified the core skills needed for their workforce. And this was a survey in the Future of Jobs report by the World Economic Forum most recently. And so employers say these are the top five skills: analytical thinking, creative thinking, resilience, flexibility and agility, motivation, self awareness, curiosity, and lifelong learning. So our program is anchored in teaching students design thinking, and design thinking is really strong in building all of these skills, especially creativity. And it's important to note that creative thinking moved from the number five most important skill to now it's the number one most important skill over the next 5 years. So as employers are thinking about what's needed in the future, creativity is just moving up and up on that list. And to emphasize that point, this presentation was largely created by artificial intelligence. So I went to a website, I typed in this prompt, create a presentation, I put in links to our website, said, base it on this, here's the goal, give information, inspire people, get a look of it. And AI created this. So when you're seeing images like this is these are not real people. This is an artificially intelligence created image. So it's really emphasizing that AI is changing the world quickly in unpredictable ways. So our program is really set to give students the skills they need for this future. So some of the things that make this program unique, it really moves students beyond the classroom and the traditional things that education does. Wired Magazine named us Silicon Valley's ultimate incubator, and we created this program in partnership with Stanford University and the Stanford D School. So this is really about the design thinking program that, that we worked on with them, that we've been teaching at Design Tech at Oracle. And most importantly, it's a human-centered approach to move through the world. So students learn how to solve complex problems, but they're putting people at the center, which we think is even more important in the future. So, what are some of the highlights? Students will learn creative thinking. They'll learn to see problems through a new lens. They'll also learn analytical skills combined with these creative skills. So, they'll be able to blend their logic with their imagination because they're creating things, but then they have to make decisions along the way about what are some of the best options to pursue. And it'll also build confidence and skills that impress admissions officers and employers. So, college and career readiness. And here's just some student reviews. This is from one of the our internship accelerator program, where the students are saying, thanks to this internship, I've been able to work in a professional environment. I feel prepared for the future. It's going to set me up better. I know how to work with a group. A university admissions officer reviewed our program and said this level of analysis by a high school student would be a distinguishing characteristic in applying to highly selective colleges. Few existing co-curricular extracurricular activities offer this kind of challenge and positive outcome. So who should apply to this? Future leaders. So if you through this program, you'll learn how to guide projects from the concept to launch, take that idea from your brain into the world, inspiring entrepreneurs if you want to develop skills to identify opportunities and create solutions, and creative minds to channel that creativity into practical innovations. And this is so interesting. Side note, it's interesting that AI puts so many people in this slide deck that have pink hair. So, but like, I just wanted to leave it as is, just to demonstrate how easy, like this presentation was created by AI in just a few minutes. So what should you do? Take the first step on this journey of transformation, learn design thinking, then you make a difference, put your ideas into action, and through that, you transform yourself and your future. So this slide, this is all on our website, which I'll put the link up at the end. This is a sample of our course offerings and the costs. So there's the design thinking bootcamp, which is really just gives people the foundation of the design thinking, $750 online, $1,000 in person. And then from there, you have different design studios that you can choose from. Design for impact is solving a social problem. You can do a design studio and creating a business. Or this was this last session that we ran, this was our most popular one, Design Your Future. So after students have completed the design thinking bootcamp, they take those skills and use it to design the future for themselves. There's a lot of career exploration and things like that. And then after students go through those design bootcamp design studios, then they're eligible for the internship accelerator. So that's where they're paired with a company and they take their design thinking skills and put it to work in the workplace. So we've worked with companies like National Geographic, Kahoot, UC Scout, Answer AI, Flipper, and a few others. So this is the sample of the pathway and the options that students have through our program. So if you want to learn more about our program, go to www.innovationcertificate.org and you can sign up. You can directly sign up for our program, or we also have test drives of our program. So if you go to this website, you can sign up for a test drive to get a sample of what the experience would be like. So thank you. I appreciate your time, and hopefully we'll see you out there in the design world. Thank you.